Hey guys, welcome to another episode. So pretty much I just went back to town. I didn't really repair anything because I didn't need to, but I dropped all my stuff on the ground that I didn't want. Just didn't want to make a mess in town, because I usually have that issue. So I've been keeping up on the Discord and... oh damn, actually pretty tough to kill. I've heard that magic, just getting lots of magic, makes your summons really strong. So, I think I'll try that. I typically like going high magic at the start, even if it kind of messes with my gear. And this way I get teleport and stuff earlier, and I don't really have to worry about my summons being too weak for their level or adding into perk points on time or anything like that. Oh, whoops. Some of the comments seem to overlap about summoner not being able to cast spells very often. There's been a couple ideas shot around, like maybe a 60-second cooldown for every spell individually. So that way, if you're really good, you can swap around the spells, you know, based on how well you can map them out. I don't know if that's really a good idea either. There honestly just be way too many cooldowns on the side of the screen. And for a new player that doesn't really understand that cooldowns are happening, they just wouldn't understand that their skills were on cooldown unless there was like a little number on the actual spell icon. But even if there was, it'd be really hard to remember, oh yeah, my firebolt's off cooldown or something like that. I don't really like that idea, honestly. Oops. Man, I'm whiffing these spells really hard. Gotta get more practice. Yep. Whoop. Guess this is a good shrine to have while you're a summoner. You just let everything else die around you. My minions are actually dying pretty quick here. Probably gonna have to be a little bit more selective about my jewelry. There's just too much dropping and too many things I can't identify, or it's just gonna cost too much money. There were some ideas tossed out. I think Gavin was talking about making, or just having it that your summons teleport around you when you teleport. I mean, that was in Diablo 2, so some people don't like to pull ideas from Diablo 2, but honestly, I don't really care where it's from. As long as it's just a good idea, it's not really an issue, in my opinion, having it in a game. It's just more content that people like. It's almost kind of learning like from the past. People get so caught up in like really nice graphics that, you know, they just kind of forget what it is that people want in the game. Now you have all these retro games coming out and people really, you know, enjoy them, and people are wondering why. Like, don't have to spend millions and millions of dollars to make them. I don't know, on one hand, it would be kind of annoying because all your summons would just summon around you. But on the other hand, if you could walk through your minions, it wouldn't be an issue. Now, it'd probably be like, you know, pretty strong when you first hear about it because, you know, everything just you walking through all these enemies means that you have pretty much like 4 walls you can walk in between whenever you feel like it. But maybe it wouldn't be that terrible because you could just make the summoner weaker for having that nice utility. Or the other option is just have a skill that actually summons them all on top of you, or all close to you, or maybe 3 spaces away, I don't know. Because it's not just me who's had some issues with them moving out of the way or just getting kind of stuck in an idle animation, but I guess once I play further down, my opinions will become a little bit more reformed. I'll probably have, like, you know, a clear thinking as to what would work and what would just be, you know, an awful idea off the set. I really don't want to get used to having this unsummon skill on a hotkey. There's only 4 of them, and I know that I have, well, 4 summons that I need, and then theoretically a charge of mana. Assuming that Necromancer gear can get plus mana on it, or just, you know, the spell mana. I don't know. I feel like if in multiplayer I would probably just use it. even if it's not supposed to be there. It's just one of those things where it's kind of like carrying around a wand of Identify with like 200 charges on it or something. It's like, it's not really busting the game, but, you know, everyone in multiplayer likes the guy who comes around and identifies everything, and who can do it without having to go to town every 20 seconds, so. I guess I should level up. Yeah, I guess I'll need to get Arcane Star, that's a big one.
I have no room.
Ooh, 11 AC, that's pretty good. It's tough to beat a unique though off the start. Whip. Whip.
I have no room.
%. Eventually that'll probably be better than this ring. I don't think that 61 experience is going to be much for a whole lot longer. But by that time I'll probably have a better ring. Hey, that's pretty good. Let's see. Resist all is handy, but I don't need it until probably caves, if then. 50% armor gets cancelled out because that has more AC. DFE is handy, and plus flat experience is cool, but... Oh, it actually has one spell level. Okay. If I take that off... Oh no. Okay, I can still cast 4 if I take that off, so... I think I'll do that. That's not bad. Now that they actually have a little bit of HP, it makes sense to do that, but... 2 levels ago, that would have been a joke. I didn't really check what this did. Spells. Spell level. Oh yeah, that definitely increases my spell level. Didn't really think about it, but yeah, I should probably always run Fury on this character. There's not a whole lot to do except stay safe, really, and keep minions safe. So, I just didn't know if it would have changed much, or if there's any kind of interaction between the minions with this type of Fury. Pretty sure before there wasn't, but... Don't want to move, eh?
The spirit of Arcane protect me.
Yeah, I kind of boned myself there.
May the spirit of Arcane protect me.
don't really even know who to go for. If I go for the winged demons, I'll probably just waste my shot. But the shadows aren't really much of an issue. It's mostly just the winged demons that are harder to fight.
I have no room.
Okay, so I can find spells on this guy. On my wand, so that means I should be able to find a wand of mana eventually. Should I keep this? No. I need wand of, or not wand of. I need lightning wall eventually anyways. I can't rely on a stick to give it to me. But it is good news about the mana though. I can pretty much cast mana and never have to worry about mana. Which is a huge reason that Mordor isn't for summoners having any type of damage. Or not having any damage within 5 seconds. Okay, this is not gonna work. It's basically, we'd run out of mana. But I'd argue it's the other way. probably bring my guys into a nice, neat area. I think for Arcane's Valor I need 45 strength, or maybe it's 25 strength. I'll probably be good with what I have, but I think I need more magic. So next level, definitely gonna pump it into magic for Arcane Star. That's pretty cool. I didn't think the accuracy would go up like that in a big jump. I thought it would progressively go higher. I used to do that for Eagle Eye, but I guess that's good news. I'm sure that it won't go much higher than 2. I don't really have a basis for that, but other than just a gut feeling. Maybe it will go higher. But and I guess I'll see too. If it does go up, then I can start adding into the other ones because, well, the AC is probably going to be a lot higher as it goes up. Also, I made a perk list that just kind of outlines what every perk does. So I should probably be updating that too, and not add too many into unknown categories. It used to not be very difficult because all I'd have to do is get a bunch of plus XP gear and level up a character to level 27, which takes, just to the end of level 5, and then I could see all the perks, or at least most of the perks. But now all the XP gear got kind of nerfed, so, and then you need stats too to go along with it, so there's still a lot of perks I have to see what they do. But it sort of breaks up the gameplay if I have to non-stop be thinking about, oh yeah, well, this is what it did, and write it down. Eventually I won't be leveling up so fast, so it won't be an issue, but I thought they just warped to you after. But I guess you have to be out of combat. Ugh, man, so takes so long. Such a waste of time. I know it'll get better as I get higher damage and I get more minions that I can summon, but for right now, it's just really big drag on these enemies. Where's this guy going? Where's this guy going? Get over here. It's like a really, really slow-moving puzzle, but just walking all the way back and starting fresh seems to be the fastest way. Don't bother trying to conduct them in any way, or resummoning, just put them all back. Man, this is such a waste of time. Holy cow. Can't stand this class so far. One fight is just... There we go. Jeez, Joes. Man, that one fight took like the same time it took me to clear half a level. Man. Well, whatever. That's probably going to be one of the worst fights early on when I have no damage. Well, I guess I'll wrap it up here, go back and repair and stuff. I'm really hoping for that shrine. Bright and dark become as the sun. Anyway, catch you guys next time.